मैंने इसलिए आप लोगों को यहाँ आमंत्रित किया है कि भारत सरकार ने 3 अधिकारी, जिसमें सरकार के रेवेन्यू सेक्रेटरी थे, सीबीडीटी के चेयरमैन थे और एक जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी थे, पिछले कुछ दिनों में इनको स्विट्जरलैंड भेजा था स्विस अधिकारियों के साथ चर्चा करने के लिए। ये आज सुबह ही लौटे हैं और कल उस चर्चा के बाद एक संयुक्त बयान स्विट्जरलैंड में इन लोगों ने जारी किया है। जाने के पीछे उद्देश्य ये था कि सरकार की ये नीयत है कि जिन लोगों के स्विस बैंकों में खाते हैं उन खातों की जानकारी स्विट्जरलैंड भारत को दे। ये जानकारी में हम लोगों को सहायता और सहूलियत मिले। पहला विषय ये था कि जो खाते स्विट्जरलैंड में एचएसबीसी अकाउंट में थे, जो सार्वजनिक चर्चा में आए हैं, उन खातों की वो लोग डिटेल्स दें जिसको वो आज तक इनकार करते रहे हैं। बहुत चर्चा के बाद ये तय हुआ कि उन नामों के बारे में, जिन नामों के संबंध में भारत के कर विभाग ने, टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट ने स्वयं अपनी जांच से स्वतंत्र एविडेंस, इंडिपेंडेंट एविडेंस इकट्ठी कर ली है, पर नाम उस लिस्ट में हैं और उस एविडेंस के आधार पर हम उनसे डिटेल्स मांगेंगे, तो स्विट्जरलैंड ने स्वीकार किया कि उन नामों के संबंध में वो डिटेल्स दे देंगे जो आज तक वो इनकार करते रहे थे। दूसरा निर्णय ये था कि स्विस फेडरल टैक्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है, जब हम उनको कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्स भेजते हैं जो हमारे को इंटेलिजेंस या किसी सूत्र के माध्यम से मिलते हैं, उसकी जेन्युइननेस को वो कंफर्म करने को तैयार हैं। नहीं तो कोई दस्तावेज आता था किसी अकाउंट का और जिस व्यक्ति का नाम होता था वो इनकार कर देता था और स्विट्जरलैंड से हम कंफर्म नहीं कर पाते थे। तीसरा ये था कि ये प्रक्रिया वर्षों तक ना चले और इसकी समय सीमा तय हो, और इसको टाइम बाउंड में करने के लिए वो चर्चा करेंगे। चौथा बड़ा निर्णय जो हुआ कि भारत और स्विट्जरलैंड के बीच में 2 पक्षीय समझौता हो अकाउंट्स की और डिटेल्स की इंफॉर्मेशन देने का। बायलैटरल एग्रीमेंट ऑन ऑटोमेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन। इस समझौते के ऊपर डिस्कशन शुरू हो। ये चौथा समझौता अभी नहीं हुआ, लेकिन इस पे डिस्कशन आरंभ हो। ये जो चारों कदम उठाए हैं पिछले कुछ दिनों में सरकार ने, जिससे हमारा प्रतिनिधिमंडल आज ही वापस लौटा है, जिन लोगों ने स्विस बैंकों में अपना खाता रखा हुआ है, उसकी जानकारी मिलने में इसमें बहुत लाभ होगा। मैं इसका अंग्रेजी में भी आपको अनुवाद कर देता हूँ. A delegation of the Finance Ministry, Revenue Department, Government of India, led by the Revenue Secretary and comprising of the CBDT Chairman and a Joint Secretary in the department, in the last few days had been negotiating with the Swiss authorities in Bern, in Switzerland. The subject matter of negotiation was finding out details about Indians who have stacked money in the Swiss accounts in Switzerland. The first crucial question was those details of people whose names have been given. So far, with regard to the accounts on the HSBC bank list, we only have a list of names, and we wanted details of those accounts. The Swiss so far had been completely refusing to give us any details on the ground that these were stolen documents. A breakthrough was reached that in cases where there is independent investigation in India and evidence is collected in India, those details in relation to those accounts will be provided even if those accounts are on the HSBC list. So that absolute prohibition which the Swiss had imposed on themselves no longer exists. Secondly, the Swiss federal tax authorities have agreed to now confirm the genuineness or otherwise of documents with regard to foreign accounts that we receive. So far, they had never given us these details. These details would have to be given in a time-bound manner and cannot go on endlessly. Another major breakthrough in this matter is that we have agreed to start discussion on a bilateral agreement between Switzerland and India on automatic exchange of information. And if this fourth discussion culminates into an agreement, perhaps the details which so far have eluded us would certainly come to us. There is a second subject on which I wish to make a comment. Is the present NDA government led by Shri Narendra Modi in any way reluctant to make some names public? Certainly not. We have no difficulty in making the names public, but they can be made public only in accordance with the due process of law. And the due process of law has been constrained by a double taxation avoidance treaty which was entered into between India and Germany when the Congress party was in power on 19th of June 1995. The covenant of that treaty was that these names can only be made public once after investigation there are disclosures made to a court. That is when charges are filed. Till such time when the investigations are on, merely for reasons of propaganda, they can't be made public. The fact that some names came from Liechtenstein and by some proceeding or process in a court direction, even before charges were filed, have been made public, has been seriously objected to by Germany. So that future cooperation comes under a threat or a danger. So the stand of the government of India today before the Supreme Court is not that we will never make them public or we are not interested in making them public, that these will be made public only in accordance with law once the charges are filed in court. That is because of the restriction imposed by the 19th June 1995 treaty, by which we are bound. So that there is no confusion or propaganda in this regard, I have thought it necessary to clarify this. As far as this agreement yesterday is concerned, a detailed written press statement is being issued to the media in this regard. Thank you.
सर वो नाम जो आप बता रहे हैं, क्या नाम चार्ज फाइल होने के बाद उन देशों से जुड़े नाम भी आप ओपन करेंगे जिनके साथ डीटीए साइन किए गए?
देखिए, जिनके साथ DT80 है, उसके जो समझौते के मुताबिक अगर हम किसी न्याय अदालत में चार्जेस फाइल करते हैं तो स्वाभाविक है कि वो सार्वजनिक होंगे, क्योंकि हिंदुस्तान में कोर्ट प्रोसीडिंग सार्वजनिक है। लेकिन जब इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है, अगर उस DT80 में ये लिखा है कि तब तक सार्वजनिक नहीं करोगे तो फिर उसकी पालना करनी पड़ेगी।
You said some of these details need to be shared in a time-bound manner. So, what time frame are you looking at?
You see, the time frame between Switzerland and India is now being negotiated, and the press statement that we are issuing will give you a clarity on this regard.
So with this visit, has the Indian authorities been able to verify any data which was actually stolen?
You see, this visit was not in relation to any particular case. This visit was in regard to cracking the secrecy of the banking system in Switzerland, which otherwise existed, with regard to what the Swiss call stolen data and we call data obtained legitimately through another country. We have independently investigated each one of those names. And against a large number of them, we have found independent evidence. So our case was that cases against whom we have independently found evidence, now information can't be denied to us merely because those names are on the HSBC list. No specific case was discussed.
जॉइंट स्टेटमेंट में ये भी कहा गया है कि जो बाकी के हम इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर करेंगे, सिर्फ नॉन बैंकिंग इंफॉर्मेशन जो होगा उसको शेयर करेंगे, जो जॉइंट स्टेटमेंट के पैरा 2 में लिखा गया।
नहीं, उसमें लिखा है बैंकिंग एंड नॉन बैंकिंग इंफॉर्मेशन दोनों है
statement.
So, but then the Congress is saying that whatever happened during the 2014 general elections, that was mere propaganda from the BJP, because this treaty was there during the UPA 1, UPA 2 as well, sir.
No. Where is the question of propaganda? Our stand has been that the black money which has been stashed abroad should be brought back. We have no difficulty in making these names public in accordance with the due process of law, and a treaty commitment given by a previous government, whether it was good or bad, is a process of law.
So
One
many of
question
the cases,
here.
just
One
one-
question here, please. The last one. Sir, when this entire thing was unfolding, when the Congress was in power at that time, I suppose the NDA had a different view. That was one, sir. I suppose at that point in time, NDA had a different view. So has the view changed now? And second, sir, how many people have we investigated independently?
How many people have been? Well, the HSBC list and the Liechtenstein list has been thoroughly investigated. There are people with regard to whom details have been found independently through investigations. there are cases with regard to whom people have claimed some form of immunity, that they are NRIs or otherwise. And there are some cases, though very few, which are not traceable.
Sir, are we planning to initiate charges against this? So I believe some cases have also reached prosecution level. So why has the government not made those public?
You want prosecution?
No, wherever there is prosecution launch, that is already in the public domain. What the finance
ministry has not made
no, what the finance minister has referred to is that there are cases on which the investigations have been carried out by us independently, independent of the HSBC list. Just a moment, where we find that there is enough material to proceed further, but the investigation can be completed only when we get the details from the Swiss authorities. In those cases, now we will be able to get the details from the Swiss authorities. Thereafter, only thereafter, we will be able to complete our investigation.
All right.
and
The
close
rest,
the book.
the details of all this are in the press statement which we are issuing.
So how many such accounts are there?
Now let's not get into numbers. You'll.
ballpark numbers of how much amount is involved?
देखिए, any specific detail without charges being filed in court will compromise the investigation. So I am not going to get into
Sir,
that.
the latest agreement with Swiss authorities will be retrospective or prospective? It's only retrospective in the sense only related to these two lists, or the previous pending reports will also be considered?
No, with regard to all information available in Switzerland, information is not erased out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.